All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope all of you are doing well. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Friday morning edition of Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMP Speaks. I'm so glad to be in front of you on this morning. I hope all is well. I hope that you're doing well. I hope your family is doing well. Listen, listen, listen. It is a great Friday morning. It's a little cool outside, but it's supposed to warm up. I hope that it warms up, but I hope that your family, the insides, the internal, how feeling of your family warms up today with love and compassion and excitement for one another. And I know those are processes that you have to get to, but I believe that every family deserves transformation. I believe that with my whole heart, soul, and mind, that your family deserves to be changed. So this morning, I want to talk about just for a few moments, and please share if you care. I want to talk about have a listening ear to hear. I'll say it again. Have a listening ear to hear. Because sometimes we we hear, we are listening, excuse me, but we're not really hearing. We know that our families are dealing with situations. We know that our children are dealing with some situations internally inside, but we're not paying attention. We know that there are issues in our household, but we're not really understanding what those issues are. Does that make sense? Because you can you can listen to what somebody's saying, but not really hear them. Does that make sense? For example, some you could have a friend or a family member, you're talking to them, they're listening to you, they hear your voice, they hear your concern, but they're not really hearing what you are saying. So you have to have a listening ear. So it goes beyond you just listening to that person or to that family member. You got to hear what that family member is saying. Sometimes we can miss so much when we're not hearing a person or hearing a family member's concerns because we're so wrapped up in what we want to say. And the reason why I'm bringing this out this morning, this Friday morning, please share this if you care, is because we miss out on opportunities and moments to fix or correct problems that our family has had for months or weeks or even years because we don't recognize when they are pretty much having a cry for help. We don't recognize those things because we're only listening, but we're not hearing. So, what's the difference? My own interpretation, when you are listening, you're hearing what they're saying. You could even be taking in what they're saying, but there's no action. You're just listening to it. It's like you're listening to an audio book, but you're not hearing what the author is really saying. You're just listening to the words because it sounds great. Or you're listening to your song, but you're not taking any action and really hearing what they're saying. Because when you hear what they're saying, you're making action. So we have to start paying more attention, be more attentive to our children, whether they are verbally saying it to us or not verbally saying it to us. We got to pay attention. We got to hear what is being said and also what is not being said because we got to make change. There's adjustments that need to be made for your family, not just to grow, but to be healthy. Can you sit here right now watching me and say that your family is healthy? And I'm not just talking about body wise. We want all our families to be healthy, eating vegetables and working out and having good vital organs. Those things are great. But I'm talking about emotionally, psychologically, relationally, socially. Are we really hearing what our families need? Or we're just listening and say, oh yeah, we're going to work on it, but never make any change. And we wonder why our families are still in such disarray. We wonder why our families are still suffering in certain ways because we haven't made a step in the right direction, because we're only listening, but we're not taking action. We got to learn how to start taking action on what we see and what we hear and what we're listening to. That's why I titled it Have a Listening Ear to Hear. You have to be able to pay attention. You have to be attentive to the needs and even wants of your family. If you're working all the time and your child is saying, ah, I miss you, that's an indication that they want to spend more time with you. If your husband or wife is saying, hey, I would love to just, can we go do something? But you're always doing so many other things. That spouse is saying, hey, I want to spend more time with you. Your child saying, you work all the time. Can we go out and do something? Can we just sit down and talk? But you're always so busy. I know your job is demanding. I know you're a director. I know you're a supervisor. Excuse me. I know you're doing so many things for other people, but you can't forget your family. I'll say it again, you cannot forget your family. You have to have a listening ear. When your child is suffering in silence, but you're not really paying attention, that's an issue. That's a concern. And they live in the house with you and you're not paying attention. I don't care how busy you are. I don't care how demanding your job is. Your job as a parent is to be attentive. Your job as a parent is to pay attention. Your job as a parent is to know what's going on. Now you might say, well, how can you tell me what a parent is? Because I'm a parent myself. I'm raising a 15-year-old young man into adulthood, and I helped raise, now she's 22, my niece. She's 22 years old. And if I could say, her father wasn't really fully there, and I had to be there as a father figure and an uncle and a godfather and all, because I had to pay attention. I had to make sacrifices. Sometimes you got to make some sacrifices that you don't know if you can do it or not, but you got to do it anyways so that your family can thrive, so your family can be safe. A lot of your families right now are not safe because you're not listening and you're not even hearing. Because when you hear, you have an open heart, you have an open mind. And I know I keep saying stuff over and over, but I want you to get what I'm saying this morning and share this if you care. You got to have an ear to hear. Don't just listen. Pay attention. Pay attention to when your children or your child or your family, they're suffering. A lot of them are suffering in silence because you don't pay attention enough. You don't talk to them enough. You don't have enough of conversations. You don't have enough of dialogue, and you're not talking to them. They love you, but they don't like you. They love you, but they don't really want to be around you because you don't spend no time. You don't talk to them. You don't ask them questions about them and their future. You're just going by the days the same way, same result, getting up the same way, going back down in the bed the same way, and not making no change. That's an empty family life. You shouldn't want that for your family because I know I don't want it. So if I don't want it for mine, I definitely don't want it for yours. There has to be a place in your life, a time in your life to say, Some things got to get switched up. So many things got to be switched up. Hear me clear, and I'm done. Don't just have a listening ear. Really hear what's going on. Pay attention to what's going on, because you don't want to get to the place that you're so busy, if you're so attentive, your attention is somewhere else, that your family misses out, and you missing out on moments and memories and things that could be better, but they're not better because you're not involved. They're not better because you're not paying attention. They're not better because you are not in tune. Get in tune. But I'm here to help you get in tune if you have never been in tune or you've lost your way. Again, every family deserves transformation, and your family, just as much as any other family, deserves transformation and change. And I want to help you do that. So if you're interested in my program, which is called the Family Reconnection Program, I want you to click on the link, and I want you to sign up for your discovery call today. Let me help you. Let me help you and your family get back on the right track. Listen, I have some spots open for new family clients. I'm here to help you. I am ready to help you. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. Now, I'm going to say this. It is not easy. It is never easy, but it is worth it. I'll say it again. It's not easy, but it's worth it. And I believe in you, and I believe in your family. So I know it's been a little tough with Saturday. So what I'm going to do for right now, I will be coming on live Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. And right now, for the next month, could be two, I'm just going to cancel Saturday mornings because I've been so busy doing several other things in the business and other areas. So I'm going to be coming on for September and probably October, Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. and Saturdays will be canceled for right now at 8:30. But guys, I promise you, the 7:30s are going to be fire. And I'm not just saying that, they're going to be so much better because I want to give you all the value that I believe that you can hold, but also something that you can start to apply to you and your family's life because I believe in you just that much. Guys, thank you so much for your time. I want to show you some information, but also if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, I want you to please email me at DMPSpeaksLLC@gmail.com. Again, that's DMPSpeaksLLC@gmail.com. But what I'll see you all very early on Monday morning. It's not going to be 7:30. It's going to be at 6:30 on this upcoming Monday for another Family Morning Transformation. Guys, thank you so very much. Peace.